It's such a humbling moment. We all see him in TV. He's a legend. Yes, Uprasi. I just want to first thank the Department of Sport and Recreation because if I never received this support from the department, I wouldn't be the Zwanele Malinga that I am today. So it's been 15 years in boxing, professional boxing, and I married into the Malinga family. And you get into that family and it's boxing. Hey, about the offside, yes, soccer. They have no clue. You talk soccer, they have no clue. I'm an uppercut, a passage. You walk down the passage, the uppercut. You really. But then I then said to myself, yes, immerse yourself. You might as well join the Malinga family. So it's been a beautiful journey, and here we are. And for me, today says to every girl, to every boy, you are allowed to dream. Dreams do come true. Vanessa, this was a dream. I'm very emotional. I'm not sure it's because of age or something. I just cried over her shoulder. I was literally crying when she was like saying, we hadn't signed the contract yet, but she was like, I think we can do this. I think it's possible. The way I bowed, I was like saying, poor woman, she has no clue. And it's been favor. Boxing South Africa for supporting Starline, for always being there, our provincial manager, Mike Dobe, head office, the acting CEO. Hey, we've got a new vibrant administration from Boxing South Africa. It looks like really our dreams and our hopes for boxing. It no matter where it's where it was stop. But it's all good. It looks like even with our dreams, when we dream of taking boxing to the pavilion, you get the support from the CEO. He kept on saying, Sir, can you pull this off? Sir, will you be able to do it? Are you getting it? And so that for me was also a push. And I just want to say, yeah, my thank yous and to the Malima family. Finally, I get to host Ubabo Soccer Boy. Finally, I got to host Dingan Tobel, the Rose of Soweto. Finally, I get to host Francois Porta. I call him the bravest man in Africa. Who dares to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield? Are you crazy? I'm like, oh, Francois is something else. He's very brave. I'm so honored to have you. I'm so honored to have the Rose of Soweto. I always say, oh, okay. I go on and forget. Dingan Tobela. I used to watch boxing before I got married into the Malinga family. I used to watch boxing from home. And I would watch Dingan Tobela on TV. I told him I'm still starstruck. I've met him so many times. I'm still starstruck. And we have Mroti Mtalani. Mroti, you know how much I love you. You know how much you revive boxing for this champion, Kainsan Bogas, the KZN champion, who is looking up to you to say, if Mroti in our times could IBF world champion, then it's possible. Our dreams are valid. And uNkulunkulu, God, grants our heart's desires. I always bring God into sport. I'm just a believer. I believe ukuthi uNkulunkulu gives us everything esifunayo, only if it's good for us. We will go through struggles, but uNkulunkulu sees us through. I just hope tomorrow we'll have, obviously, it looks good. We'll have an awesome time. I asked the boxers, this is the first time we're having SABC. Please, guys, stand yourselves. It's not about me, it's not about Starline, but it's about you and your careers. In the field. But you guys are getting this opportunity to be on SABC, showcase your talent. You never know who's watching. Thank you so much. Give us a good tournament tomorrow.
Wow, thank you very much, Sir Kogozi Malinga. And we thank you. You know, we couldn't be eternally grateful to you for everything that you do. And she's also the chairperson of the KZN Promoters Federation. So let's give her a big round of applause. And we're gonna now hand over to our acting CEO, Mr. Eric Sitole, just to say a few words. And I'm sure, Mr. Sitole, you're very happy with what is happening here today. And if you say you're not, then we might as well pack up and go home. But I know you are very excited. I can see the smile. Everybody sees the smile, and we know what it means. Over to you, sir. Let's give you a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mashego. Firstly, I think as Uza was saying, I kept on saying to Uza and Mike, you need to make sure that you give us quality on Saturday and on Sunday, because we have managed to bring the SABC on board. So you can't make a mistake of just staging a tournament for the sake of staging a tournament. That's the need. Must produce quality, so that these can be used as a portfolio of evidence to SABC and other broadcasters which boxing is back, and we are not just doing boxing, but quality boxing. If our tournaments are of quality, so I think KZN did very well, but there was no way we could do something else while I was here. The sort of then I think I'm having the improvement of boxers. I think we list that there is Msawe course in Rwanda. All this is be Ulaki Hobiana, Tutus Zemela, Tema Zuma, but Habidas Bobo, Spaces and Dumba, Smith of Telesi, Prince Romo, and Holland Kid. Zokulumale language and Zokizwayana, what is this? So I was just speaking so good. Kusasa kuzobe kukhona SABC bafowethu. Kuzobe kukhona ubani SABC. So it's an opportunity yokuthi nikwazi ukuyidayisa. Mhlale ngisho namakhuluma nosomabhizinisi ukuthi i-breakthrough is seasonal. And when it comes, you must capitalize. Learn to capitalize on my breakthrough. Musana ungena kwi-ring kube ngathi ngizogcina icala. Asikho lokho. Awuya ringini uyogcina icala. Uya kwi-ring so that one day sikhulume nawe umusuhambile sithi kwakuke wasikhuluma ngoba kudinga ithobela. Shuka boy Malinga umthalane obothe. Nani ngabe sisho kanjani? But love and aliens, whom I get, deliver intentional about what you want to do in every year. So this card, successfully discussed so much money, see the number of boxers as a South Africa that can go overseas at a global level. I think I know, I think there was a different nation. So this card is show that. So what's coming on my camera? It's a principle. Well check, also to cover. Well check, my corner. There's a lot. Legends are behind you. I'm not going to divulge much information about what we're going to do about the legends. But what I'm saying is, just think about one day, two principles. It's possible. It was not magic. What we intentionally hunger to do something greater before they depart from this earth. So nani it from a gym discipline, we are gonna go rain tomorrow. You never know who is watching you. I'm a sponsors, everyone will be there watching. So keep your quality. So it's catchy. So we see the number one chair from South Africa is now. It's now. But Malina from Nambit. And they only did it again. So tomorrow is your opportunity to shine. Just shine, man, tomorrow. That's all. Tomorrow is an opportunity for you to show up. And imagine yourself in a global stage, defending in Europe, defending in America. And I believe time is now. Then, I'm going to Zandile and Umar Dube for the work that you have done. Thank you so much. You could see, I was talking to Dube this morning. This is the first time I see such quality in KZN. I think we are getting there. We are getting there. Because soon, I told you to be signing an MOU with SAPC to ensure that you've got boxing on television. We've got 24 tournaments this year. Next year, we're going to have 36 tournaments. The third year, we're going to have 52 tournaments, which means every Friday, we're going to have boxing. But for us to get there, we need to keep on producing quality tournaments. We might sign an MOU before end of June. We have done everything, we're just working on just few things, but it will be signed. So SAPC is on board. Thank you so much. If they say this, then that will show them that we are hungry to deliver such quality tournaments. Opa, thank you, man. We are doing so much great work for boxing, like in Pumalanga. And if we have you in Pumalanga, we can do much greater things in Pumalanga. Thank you so much, brother. Keep on doing. Mike, in case as I said, what you've done in Sunday is outstanding. Thank you so much. To our legends, Babtobela, the Rose of Soweto Names, and I grew up. My friend last week, Nduduzo Kubani, reminded me when I was posting a picture with Ubabu Shukaboy. I wanted to remember when we used to wait to watch the fight acting and Tobe. You see, sometimes you don't believe it. You believe very well. Now today he's here next to me. You see. So my point is, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And the work that they have done, we're going to acknowledge it. Tobela, Malinga, Mr. Portler, Talane. Thank you so much for what you've done for boxing. Even today, when people are talking about boxing, they either ask you about Baby J, they ask you about Portler, they ask you about Malinga or Rotum Talan. So that shows what you did is an everlasting legacy for your boxing. And thank you so much for putting the figure like KZN. I hope Uza and just talk to them. I remember I'm getting this agreement and until now. Yeah. Then let's tell SAPC when we gave them a call, then they responded. It shows that we are now in partnership with them. And thank you so much. We know that it emerged the broadcast on SAPC, and we appreciate that. Lastly, KZN department. KZN department has an MOU with our promoters, and that's marvelous. It's a good thing. And I've been trying to go all over provinces, Mr. Tobela, to say let us have the same thing with other provincial departments. MOU where we know this provincial department has put so much money to support the boxing. KZN is doing it very well, and I'm sure all of our provincial departments will come on board with that. Having said that, let us go and invite everyone for tomorrow's tournament. The capacity team tomorrow, capacity. 500, and 50% of 500. No, just get everyone. That's not go 250. Let us make sure that we have 500 people inside the building. Be innovative. Make sure everyone is it must be a great tournament in KZN. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. CEO. I mean, your support is invaluable, you know, to the cause of what we want to achieve as boxing in KZN. And I'm sure Abuzandile Malinga, you know, with all their efforts, and obviously the federation here, the sports federation as well, KZN Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Pavillion, Vanessa, thank you very much. So Zandile, you wanted to say a few words before we go to Mr. Mike Dube, the provincial manager, to say a few words, and we're gonna give also an opportunity. I think it's correct. It's the correct thing to do for our legends, just to say a few words. So we will come with Muruti after Mike Muruti, and then we'll go on. All the legends must say a few words. Over to you. I think the mic is somewhere here. Mike is with Mike. The mic, no, the mic. Mike, keep that the mic. Okay. Over to you.
I just want to I just want to acknowledge Mr. Daniels. If you can just stand up and let them give you a round of applause. I just want to say thank you.
Mr. Daniels, thank you very much for being with us and sharing this event with us. And of course, we give the mic to Mike.
Thank you, Mr. Mashiko. 5 June 2022 is going to be a historic event. 3 title fights. First time 2 KZN female fighters will contest for an SA title fight. We also have 2 KZN fighters fighting for a WBF. So it's historic. Also, for the first time in KZN, Prince Lomo, who's from KZN, people keep making this mistake. You go to Master Soet. No, he's from KZN and Peter Marisburg. He will be fighting for the first time in KZN. So tomorrow, it's a historic event. It's at the Greyville Convention Center, best known for IDEP in July. But tomorrow we're taking the boxing to that event, to that venue. We're going there for the second time, and I think over the Eastern Cape Orient Theatre, I think the Greyville Convention Center is going to become the new Mecca of boxing in South Africa. And we're working hard to see develop their vibe, say Orient Theatre. And I'm glad the boxers are coming on board. So we had a good tournament the last time, and I hope and I know this is going to be a great tournament as well. I just want to say a few congratulations. One of the fighters who's fighting today, Usmiso Buteles, just graduated with the BSc. I have to say this. Also, one of the fighters has also written a book, You recently got married, and so we're celebrating these milestones while civil boxing. I'm blessed and I'm honored we've got the former SA flyweight champion, former WBC intercontinental champion, former IBO flyweight champion, and 2 times IBF flyweight champion, Umruti Starline. In 1996, he was a bronze medalist at the SA Games. The boxer who got it gold never won this award in as winner. And today we are here with him. We are celebrating a career. He went 8 years undefeated, a world champion. He didn't say, he wasn't specific. Throughout his amateur career, he boxed out of Lindelani, just up the road from Lysport. I only heard later on what he was born in Bentley, but Minamazam was in the land. So I'm blessed to go to Cornella. There's nothing more to say. But 3 times world champion, former WBO lightweight champion, former WBA lightweight champion, those historic bouts with Tony Lopez, and former WBC super middleweight champion, Ubabudingan Tobe. We also got Ubabushuka Polmalinga, former WBF world champion, former SA light heavyweight champion, former SA super middleweight champion, and former WBC 2 times world champion. Who fronts of water fought all the big names: Michael Mora, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Axel Schultz. You just have to go through the list. It's all top heavyweight fighters. He's got a draw with Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and he won the world title against Axel Schultz, IBF heavyweight champion, Francois the White Buffalo. Next to me, he made me cry the day he became the SA champion, because he beat Umruti Mtalana's older brother, who innocent in Talana. Open this, we serve together as EPMs. He's a former SA champion, and I'm blessed to be next to me, my brother. It's a historic event of Mashiko. Thanks for Lama Legends. Thanks for being your usual self. And please, I beg about the boxing. When we are there, we are not happy with our decisions. We're not happy with something ends. Let's solve them through the right processes. We've had big sponsors and we've chased them away. They've not been chased away by Abanyaman. It's us fighting each other in the corner. It's a tournament, shouting, swearing at the referee. Those things, there's channels, BSA, you put in writing the complaint, it will be processed, and those things will resolve amongst each other. Aslweni must say Jimmy, but when we get there to the venue, the only fighting we want to see is between the 2 boxers. Whether you are happy or you're not happy with the judging decision, it's not gonna change, but you process a complaint, there's policies, how you go about complaining. So please, tomorrow, we don't want to see fights outside the ring. We want to see fights in the ring. Please, I beg you. Thank you, Mr. Michelle.
Those words, thank you very much, Mike. I think Mike is an encyclopedia. That's why I always give him, because he remembers everything about the boxers. Siyabonga for that, Mike. I mean, maybe you must start writing a book, chronicling a boxer. But it's so amazing what all of those achievements and the feats that they've achieved. You just take them off your head. Unbelievable stuff, because Tina says try to go. But anyway, let's give Mike a big round of applause. Thank you. Provincial manager, KZN, and he's doing sterling work. We can see what's happening in KZN, and obviously with the help of the federation as well, the promoters, we can see Mr. Sandile Biglagasi, Ukona Nae, and supporting the process, and of course our chairperson, Uza Koboza Malina. And of course, Mike, you've said a lot about the greats, the legends, This is what it's about. You know, it says home of legends, home of legends. Starline Boxing Promotions, home of legends. And we've got legends. You actually invited the cream de la cream of boxing, royalty. That's what happened. That's how you roll. That's how she rolls. But you know what? We were flying from Joburg. We were flying from OR Tambo to King Shaka. In fact, when the plane was about to land, they said, you are approaching King Shaka. Then I realized, look, I started saying, KwaZulu Natal Airport. So we King Shaka. And I said, you know, those things, they sort of, you know, they kick. But the one thing that I want to say is, in the plane, I was sitting right there. And I'm thinking, you know, because we sat with Umuruti Mtalani was sitting in front, Utobela was sitting right there by the other but the chair over there. But I'm thinking, you know what? This royalty era, epoxy. Look at Mtalani, look at Utingan Tobela. And it's, you know, you really understand, Uguti. It's a privilege, you know, to be sitting amongst this kind of people. And right now, in this room, you got, in addition, the White Buffalo. You got Sugar Boy Malinga. This is royalty. You know, you can't get anything better than this. Really, you can't. Everywhere, everybody might want to talk, whether it's on social media. They just wish, and I think CEOs just said now, uhleli phambi kweDingane Thobela. Khona abantu abawisha ukuthi bangahlala noDingane Thobela, or sit next to Francois Botha, or sit next to Sugar Boy Malinga over there, or sit next to this legend by the name of Mruti Mtalani, or sit next to this legend who might do. You wanted a mic. We don't give you a mic anymore. So this is royalty at its best. Epoxy. It doesn't get better than this Pavillion. It doesn't. So we right here, they are with us. Now, we're gonna hear from the legends. And we start with who might say, you know, said all these credentials, what they've achieved and all that. Muruti Mtalani, babyface. They call you babyface, but I don't know if you got a babyface. Anyway, Muruti, exceptional fights you've been through. The last fight you lost, that's when you lost your world title. Your world title, you lost it there. But like Mike has said, 8 years unbeaten as a world champion. You know, what an achievement. And you are from KZN. You are from right here, Sakaya. Okay, so just a wait to Abantu Abaglalele, whether they want watching Boxing Times TV or Starline Boxing Promotions page, here at the Starline Boxing Promotions official weigh-in and media conference. You need to yona and advise the boxers that are going to be fighting. May 22, my God. 5 June 2020, I want to say 2022. 2022, a Greyville race course.
Ngizoqala ukubingelela nonke ngibonge kakhulu ukuthi ngibizwe ukuthi ngize la eKZN nokuyiprovince lapho iboxing ngayiqala lapho ngasengivela ke ngaseGoli. Futhi ngiyajabula kakhulu ngibona iboxing ukuthi sengiyakhuphuka kancane kancane la eKZN. Ngifisa ukuthi ngiyelele ezingeni eliphezulu nekulona njengamadlozi kuyathembisa into ukuthi kuza kahle. Bese ngicela ukugqugquzela abafowethu laba abalwayo kusasa ukuthi hayi abazimisele kakhulu yonke into iyenzeka. Nami ngiqala iboxing ngangazi ukuthi ngohamba ngisehlekile isizini lokube ngichampion. Kahle kahle nje nami ngavukela kwabaphambili bama champion nami ngiyafisa ngitango video lawo angempela kuyenzeka. Ngiqonda ukusho ukuthi laba abalwayo abakhulayo bangakwazi ukwenza lokho kodwa ukuzimisela nokuziphatha kahle nihloniphe umsebenzi owenzayo uzimisele kakhulu. Ungambisi naso zonke izivande ezenze kanjalo. Ngiyacela ngakusasa isibonise isifakela esihle bafundiswe besisapota nokuthi nikhuphuke nephezulu lize ngicela ukuthola amathuba okuhamba umhlaba nibe ngaphandle kwasekhaya. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga Babyface, our legend, and of course, next, Rose of Soweto. Rose, Siwazi, I don't know if you're giving girls. Mama, or I know you wouldn't give a Baba, but I'm a rose before Unge, shower mode, and Unika Rose. I mean, that was spectacular at that time. How did that start?
Yeah, thanks, Principal. That was a lovely intro because a rose it's got the symbol of love. So I was very fortunate to be one of those fighters that was, taken to the highest heights to be able to showcase that love. Every fight when I jump into a ring, I'll have roses, and not just roses, red roses, pink roses. And it's really great that I'm given that task. What was that task? Was to look for a beautiful lady at the ringside. And I will definitely identify those beautiful ladies at the ringside, and I will show them that rose and throw it at them. I think it also the day, it was linked up to where I come from. So as it says, the rose of Soweto. Anyway, you started there. That's why I wanted to give you an answer to that. Thank you very much for being invited by Starline, Mamuza, Sisuza. She's everything to us, to me, having spoken to her, and she wanted us to be, in this tournament. Tournament today is a case of hands. My boxing iqale kakhulu la KZN. Abanye bazange bayibone ngalwa, I think there were 3 to 4. The fourth fight yam is not the second fight yam. Ngayilo la KZN whereby ngathrowa nokuthempikazi. Ukase ukuthempikazi. Ngalo no Elijah Craig. Ngalo no Champongos. I'm sure to Mike and I could have asked issues on the so one reason putting is Starline boxing promotion. This is when the champion Kuruchi Simple Kaya la Sakala Kona Utola Ishumene. When you plant a seed, and let's give that moment to we also and
so we have the title match tomorrow.
One thing only doing is sijabulile ukuthi sesubona ngaphela umdlalo esimzele ngaphela ukuthi uzoba the title fight. Thank you very much, Prince, for making an effort to make sure that you make the weight. Okay. Now, coming back to what I was saying, you might do. We asked younger language. That kind of like KZN. So, mama, uza ukuthi la lizozwa umlando ofana siyawuqhubekisa lo mlando. So I'll be here, CEO. I am vouching my challenge to you to say, since that Mamuza has brought in such of magnitude of a tournament, we're going to have to support her all the way. Make sure that let's make sure that KZN Ukala as a rose, we plant a seed, which is a rose. Once we water it, if we can water it properly, it will definitely blossom. So, sizoyinisela izohlumela libe yilento esiyifunayo. Into esiyifunayo is to keep boxing afloat, ukuthi ibe khona abantu bayithande njengoba vele beyithanda ngesikhathi sethu. So siyakadizemthobela, siyaka-Sugar Boy Malini, siyaka-Francois Botha, omthalane balandele emva. Kodwa abakwenzile mnandi. If ukwazile 5 years, 8 years, akwazi ukuthatha isiqopho somhlaba esidifeni, uyibonile. So it says in general life, it says nothing is impossible in life. If thina siyenzile, mina ngithathe ngancela ukuba uSugar Boy Malini. Umuntu mthalane uyimele kithi nabanye. So niyabona ukuthi into engenzeka. So lama box namhlanje anakusasa. Lalani lisondele eduze kwethu imamele nizwe okukhulunywayo. Not only thina kukhulunywa ama-fight fans. Fight fans bangekho akekho abapresident support. Fight fans, corporate world, it could be BSA, it could be Tina Legend, and everyone that contributes in helping to nurture the talent of boxing. So ngicela ukuthi asihlanganiseni namakhambi sonke upromote ukhona uza Starline promotion bakhona bazosinika nabanye ama-promoter akhona bazosinika ukuthi let's nurture the talent and make it and help it grow. So ngokuhlala kwethu la sila namhlanje sifuna ukuthi kusasa sibone umdlalo omuhle. Ngiyabonga.
Very much, Mr. Torella. Let's head over to the legend White Buffalo, Francois Botha.
Hey you guys, good seeing you. Starline Promotions, what we're doing here is excellent. I mean, we're really bringing boxing back, and this is what we want to see. In case you want to see promotional companies like this, that's what I think with Boxing South Africa. We as White Buffalo Boxing Promotions are also starting back in promoting boxing this year. Building champions, creating dreams and futures for the fighters of South Africa. So to Starline Promotions, Boxing South Africa, excellent. This is a start to see that we can see boxing is really coming back into South Africa. We're going to give the kids more and more opportunities, and we as White Buffalo Boxing Promotion would love to work with you and the other promoters as well, and providing the fighters opportunities to fight for WBF South African fighters, creating champions that we want to do. So thank you. Great for having me, and we will see a great show coming Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you, Francois Botha, and of course, Sugar Boy Malini.
I'm very happy Starline Promotion isimeme ukuthi sibe khona la ukuthi sizoseka nomsebenzi omuhle kangaka abawenzayo. Sibonge uNkulunkulu ngalokho. Sibonge nabafowethu nodadewethu labalwayo abazokwabelwa kusasa ukuthi uNkulunkulu abapha amandla abanikeze ukuhlakanipha ukuthi yonke lento abazobenza labantu bazi ukuthi akubona ukuhlakanipha kwamandla abanikeze wona uNkulunkulu. So la mandla la basebenzise azokwazi ukuthi baqhubekisele phambili ukuze kufezeke lezi zinto abafisayo enhlizweni zabo. Ukuthi uNkulunkulu akabafusise iStarline Promotion, uNkulunkulu ayibusise uqhubekele phambili idlondlobale. Ngiyabonga uNkulunkulu ngalokho. Ngibonge ne-CEO yethu ekhona lana phakathi kwethu esigqugquzelayo ukuthi sazi lento lesiyenzayo asiyenzi nje ngoba sifuna imali. Yabona i-boxing i-art. Asiyi ukhombisa ubuchwepheshe onabo ukuthi uyenza kanjani into yakho. Indaba ka-boom, boom, boom, shine, ayisebenzi. Mawungakhumbula kahle ngesikhathi senu, masingene eringini, ukufaka wonke umuntu, no-Blue Jabba Road, mabengene eringini, beshayisha full back, okusukuma wonke umuntu. Imnandi le nto ukuthi wonke umuntu asuke ekhaya lokuthi kulabanye, kodwa aniyenzikazi. Ngoba bafuna ukubona i-action eyenzekalayo la, hhayi ukuthi ngishaya ngokushaya. Sonke siyinsizwa ziyintombi, kodwa-ke funa ukukhombisa ubuchwepheshe esinawo uNkulunkulu asinikeza bona. Ngiyabonga uNkulunkulu akuzwe.
Thank you very much, our legends. They've all said some really sent some really good messages to the boxers, and of course, history as well, so that we know where they're coming from. And I'm sure, we are eternally thankful to them. We're grateful to them for being here, for blessing us with their presence. And let's give them again a big round of applause. The legends. Legend win. Sugar Boy Malinga, Francois Botha, Tigan Rose of Soweto Tobela, Babyface Mtalani Moruti. Thank you very much for being here, gentlemen. Now we go to the official media conference, and of course, we're going to be talking to the boxers now. Sizwe ukuthi bazimiselele kusasa. Bazowina kanjani? Abasitshele bangasabi. Abakhuluma. And we're going to start with the vacant South Africa Junior Bantamweight title. This is female and is scheduled for 10 rounds. Sitale from LA Mnambiti, KwaZulu Natal. Ubatabile Zitubu. Record 4 contested fights, 3 wins, 1 loss. But as you shall Ubatabile Zitubu. Batabile, singazimisela kusasa yini into ongayitshela i-opponent yakho kusasa i-title fight le, it's SA, and enye into emele siyazi ukuthi this is the first time abomama base-KZN balwela i-title. Yini into ongasipromisa yona or utshele i-opponent yakho la?
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. First, I'd like to thank all the legends present today. Their presence and to rub shoulders with them is enlightening. And thank our CEO, and thank our promoter, Za Kubozi Malinga. This is my biggest opportunity. So tomorrow I'll make sure that I give my all for this title, and I am sure that I will go home with it to Lady Smith. And to my opponent, I will tell her that I am here prepared, and I will do everything to make sure that I go with this title at home. This is my first opportunity, so I need to make a mark in it. So I know she'll be standing on my way, but as Ubaba Umalinga is here, I hope and believe that I'll be the next greatest person from Lady Smith. And I am looking up to him, and it saddens me that he is the only, like a male person. I want to be the next female. When they talk about Ubaba Malinga, they must also mention my name. So when I will allow Tema to stand on my way, I'll be breaking what I want. So tomorrow is going to be war.
Tomorrow is going to be war. And of course, I mean, Baloni title over. We're going to give it to Mike to input the trainer. What is it? Skeleton. Yeah, against the skeleton. Simzuile Batabi. She's ready for this fight. Uti is gonna be war tomorrow. Uti Nuena is the trainer.
Meaning trainer Batabi. I need to better esikwenzile kusilungele uba mhlawumbe la ithathe sikele nemuva imnambithi iyovala impangelo la ijima khona yebo and siyayithatha sihamba nayo.
Yo, hayi ngiyabuya sasa. Ubathabile le trainer nje skeleton. Iyathusa leyo nto skeleton. Hayi siyabuya sasa. Skeleton nobathabile in the blue corner. In the red corner. Ubathabile ukuthi hayi it's war sasa, it's war. Usho ukuthi war kushuthi yimpi. Kuyoliwa. Kodwa ke akanyanga loyiwa. Of course, angisho. Yeah, uzobahlangane no Tema Zuma. Tema ubuyela amandlile KZN. Tema uzwile ukuthi bathini? Bakhulumile uyabona ubhekile uthulile. So wena ukuziphendulela uthini ke wena? Or lento lebazoza nje bayehlele labo.
Like ithuba zama ngizama so ngiyajabula if nifikele ekhaya ukuthi ngizothatha ekhaya engifuna ukuthembisa ngiyisikala ngithemba ukuthi njengoba ujimile fit ngokwani ngoba yebo isikhathi sincane so sisijima kodwa sithi mina ngizwile kuthiwa uthi uzokuthela usawuthi sikwendile. I hope uyazi ukuthi isilonda masithola usawuthi siba njani ne. Okay, mina ngithi kuwe kusasa ngizobe ngumuntu ofana nomuntu othenga isiqeda ngasimunca manje siphelile ushukela aze ukuthi ngizobe sengisilahlele le mfethu. I'm ready. Le title iyojika le idudi kuyize lamodi. I'm the SA champ kusukela kusasa.
Yes, take this. Tema Zuma. Put the SA champ kusasa. So what a fight this is gonna be. You know, Yabo Mama, it's a female bout, and they title, that's all they title, I'm sure you like over giving over, it's a commission to what giving over. Yeah, that title, Omunye Wabo, also happen. Asas yours, I think commission is yours, Alam Komo. Asas, the right and I see who you are. You corner like that, kids in there. You help me put what I said. Zio Sana Common. Yeah. Trainer Tema Zuma, Trainer Tema Zuma. Simple. Simple. Now that they got a simple. Now. The fight today is a title fight. We should see SA Junior Bantamweight. Okay, for sure. When you see him over, what time Bella is war. After it's war, the part. Put in the skeleton as a trainer.
Baba skeleton. So ngizama ukuchaza ukuthi sisebenzile ngokusemandleni ethu ukuzivusela for the title match and siyathembisa futhi ukuthi sizobuya nalo leli bhande kahle kahle asihleli siyaqhubeka siyaphambili. It's been long sizama singaphumeleli kodwa kulokho Thabile ngama. Ngathi thina sisusa amisha. Siyaqhubeka nokuthemba siyathatha. Thank you.
Zakhele Caba. Hey, uthini baba uthi kwenzekani sasa? Ziyabuya baba. It's gonna be war. Ningezo zakhele imali. Zakhele. Ningezo bathu zakhele. Zakhele Caba. Thina bantu. Zakhele. What do you think Zakhele ngale fight today?
Maybe for I'm female boxers because they've never had female champion from KZN. So in the routine, there's a problem in the routine and about we're very excited. I'm proven by my champions out, especially for females. There's nobody. Now we're going to have somebody, somebody. There's the SA female champion. I'm very grateful.
Thank you very much. We go now to the next title fight. I'm a title fighter 8-3. Sasa. 3 is your way. 3 title fights. Ayenze in jail. Buyers, I'm a boxer, I'm a trainer. And this one is the main supporting bout. Vacant WBF World Boxing Federation All African Lightweight title. 10 rounds. And then I'm a boxer now. Abuya O2 Jumbo Maika Shido last. La Maikuluma at Abuya AKZN O2. So thanks to Starline Boxing Promotion. So Tala Mo Sipe Sike Ntungwa from a Keto Rich KwaZulu Natal. Official record yake 9 contested fights, 6 wins with 3 knockouts, 1 loss. 2 draws. So he's a campaigner of note. So let's head over to Sipesi. Sipesi, this is an opportunity. You've had 9 fights, 6 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. Opportunity when you're title. What does this mean to you? And what is your message for opponent here?
So as kusasa sokudlala lo vokashele ngimisela ukuthi singcwele ngendlela right isikhombisa abantu ukuthi sibhelela siyini njengoba eshiya abantu ukuthi it's an art sidlale sinikeze abantu entertainment sisempini but ekugcineni sizongcwela hayi ngokuxatshwana so dlala eringini but outside the ring sophinde senze kanjani so ngifisela konkuhle kwethu ngithemba ukuthi uyinona ngokwanele and ngifisela konkuhle akufisela kusasa so nje yeah ngiyabonga kakhulu Starline and the new yes ngibonge no-managers sajabula so
Sipe Sihle Ntungwa uzimisele kakhulu itrainer yakhe trainer ka Sipe Sihle. Introduce yourself and then usitshele ukuthi uSipe Sihle uzimisele ngempela le fight yakusasa ngoba siyezwa ukuthi akakhulumi kakhulu just yena uthi hayi asishayane masiceda kube ne peace so uzimisele kahle for le fight.
Yeah, lo usikenya uleshilo uredi sevile kakhulu so ngesasa it's an opportunity to showcase talent yakhe and yeah ukanaganda kwa neutral awuhambi so you have even if uza kupresident awuhambi ufake gear so uzomela afake gear ephambili lesibona ukuthi ngeke ahambe kaini yabo
umeli useshilo. Simiso Buthelezi eDumbe KwaZulu Natal. Uzwile ukuthi i-opponent yakuthi this is for the vacant WBF All African Lightweight title. It's a title fight. So wena ubona kanjani the fight and yini i-message ongayinikeza i-opponent yakho uMtu?
Ngiyathanda ama-jokes. Yabona bayethu kodwa wakhe ukandakanda ngokunyushana wami. Inkinga lona awunali game. Awuphindeki mawuhamba ngaphambi kwawo usenkingeni. Akhaja lonto abayezibuya ngoba bethi sonke sasiqinisile manje sonke kuzoliwa angidlali ukandakanda. Ngitsho balengcindezelo lomsapho umkhulumezelo nchaze le lakho ukuyisela yakho ngokukhojwa uba kusikele John umthatha wangenza ingane yakhe wangenza izinto engithandayo usuku ngihlala naye ngikudla kwakhe akekho omunye umuntu ongenzela leyo nto hlezi ngibonga dlakala isponsor sa RBCT provide gym equipment yonke lento ukuthi sibe fit sibe ready ngenxa yabo nabo yabona ngokuthi I'm surrounded by the best. Omzimela, uscore GTI, umshilo weshintshayo, umthekanga. Ngibonga kakhulu abathathu. I-team yami siyajima kakhulu ngokumisela sisapothana ngayo yonke indlela. Nanto bethu besitholile bese sizithola ngaphandle kwabo. So nje ifight yakusasa ngiyanithembisa nonke. Izokudlala wamakomanda. Ukuthi senokubisa ngeboxing. So akusasa wamakomanda. So bekungaphansi ngaphezulu. Ngobe ikhaya ngempela yabonga.
Yo, by the way, unbeaten in 4 contested fights, Usimiso, unbeaten 4 fights, 2 knockouts. So going being a better success, Jemobasho, and look at okay, so father would Simiso Kanda would tell it. I see a good trainer yake, Uskeleton 40 as Jella would also win and the fight to do.
Ayi, konakele kufasi. Utoka na kano kuna sterling ja, hauna masondo, kila kiwa pambi. Hayi, ithengile insizwa, and sithengisa umdlalo omuhle esizokwenza kusasa. Sijimile ngokwanele sayimisela, siyakholwa ukuthi ithi iyawe impela shona ngayo thina. Izodlula empangeni, isuke empangeni iphelele Friday ezulile. But sihamba nalo kusasa. Hamba nalo kandakanda, buyele emuva.
Yo, I went to Masasa, but I think we're going to have a festive event. And Jacob show what I crave the Mac. So, Sasa, as should be, this is a vacant WBF All African Lightweight title fight between Sipesite Dungwa Simiso Buthelezi. So, please, yenzani sure ukuthi nifaka social media nitshela everybody ukuthi hey uyafiwa graveyard KZN Sasa. We are at Pavillion and this is the official weigh-in and official media conference. And with those ways, siyaku what we call boxing, the main event. So in main event boxing, he about the fight. About your thing. These are the main event. It's a headliner. We should want to hear the premiere. Let's see the song. They are all premiere. But who are the main event? Okay. Learn again. That's the news I got to go and speak to. Sister, tell us to promote it as a Columbus way too. Yes, cartel and apply. I don't know. Sasa, akumelanga ngikhathale because ama-boxer akhathele kakhulu. You are prepared for ama-fight. And we know the legends can attest to that. Zan, you know what? This fight is a main event. That's bout number 5 to 5. It's for the South African Junior Welterweight title. It's a premier title. You know, it's in fact over the South African title. Now South African champion, you are the best. And there's a senior's corner, but South Africa, which you in South Africa, you are the champion. So tell us about this bout, and talk about these two fighters. Pavillion, and what's gonna happen. But it's challenging now.
I think the two boxers, the champion, we have the champion, Prince Lord. So my Prince, I do pretend and wait. This is the junior South African junior welterweight champion, Prince Lord. He is from Pietermaritzburg, born and bred in KZN, one of our own, our pride in KZN. Prince, I had to make a special request to BSA for him to fight. Because Ulwe is fighting within the stipulated time. He just defended his title against Mchote almost 3 weeks ago and gave Mchote. You know Eastern Cape boxers, you know Eastern Cape boxers, I think they are all dead. Put a stop to it. So my Prince, what's Mchote? You are not going to do that. I'll teach you a boxing lesson. It was beautiful. We watched it live. I was there. That's a wow. And I have here this young chap, Olan Mgate. Olan was there watching Prince fight Umtote. Olan is the junior welterweight champion, Pumala. So he watched him fight live and was okay. Bring it on. Yes, Prince. Was a shallow board. Let me end it here.
Oh, that's yours. That's yours. Yeah. Sasa, please, SABC Sport, for the love of the game, PSA, sanctioning this tournament, and of course the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, and Pavillion, Greyville Racecourse. This one is fire. Pure fiwa. Kuya fiwa. And sitana your opponent, the challenger. So each challenger, champion. Asazi because la bafana boy two la. Angazi ukuthi ngithi bokuphuthi. Angazi. La bafana boy two dingani. They fought before. But we did before. So this is a rematch. They are fighting. But now they are fighting for Ipan. Yeah, I'll promise as well. SA South African national champion. Yeah. So, yeah, Sizota, but many probably so Mama will get okay. Stella the Marin gets out. Yeah. Yes, Sasa. what is going on here. Yeah, we made another fund again. CEO. Yeah. Okay, there you have it. Now we're gonna start with the challenger. Now let's look at his fight record. 16 contested fights, 7 wins with 4 knockouts. So about 4, one at the part from the 7 wins. 9 losses. Yeah, 7 wins and 9 losses. Okay. Utolani Usbisa butterfly. Tolani butterfly kid. Tolani. This is a Pumalanga, and I'm sure CEO was there as well. The CEO was there. You were fighting Kwenye tournament, and you won the Pumalanga title. So you are the Pumalanga champion. So uzela namhlanje ula eKZN namhlanje uzimisele ukuthi you are coming for a junior welterweight title. Okay, junior welterweight, or what is referred to as super light, ne? Mike, I always need Mike. I need a mic and Mike. I'm Mike Sebo. Super lightweight. There you got it, a honorable promoter. Super lightweight. It's junior welter. So all this road you've traveled, let tell me how many. Okay, one on the prince before. We know that. So ukuza wakula. Yini into simele sibheke kuwe. Ukuthi uzimisele njengobuhleli phambi komuntu umthalane. Because obviously going to be an inspiration to you. Ukuthi kusasa on SABC Sport, abantu ababukele, I mean, nationally, South Africa, and the whole of Africa, and international, khona abanye who will log on and watch. What can we expect from this? Ubona ngathi uzothatha le bandi na.
Which what we call about towards the Starline promotion tour. Now, I guess the numbers. Looking imbuzi nayisheshela Jovana banika samanje sayathatha amandla.
Yo, that when is in Ndebele, so ukhuluma ngizindebele kodwa siyamuzwa ukuthi uthini ready for le bali uthi hamba nalo le bali. So is the challenger. So the challenger will come prepared in this fight. Okay, he comes to fight. Uzolwa, Boxing Times TV, we're watching him. Uyeza Uzolwa, right? A Starline Boxing Promotions page. We're watching him. We're all together. Sisonke. Kodwa ke, now ngene ringi, sasa. Uyohlangana nale ndoda. Okay, uzohlangane nayo before. Awusitshelanga nokuthi nalwa kanjani kodwa nihlangene before. Njengoba upromoter khulumile, this boxer uqeda ukulwa kodwa ke before ngiyakuye ngifuna ukukhuluma netrainer yakho uTata. Before ngiyakuye itrainer Abraham Lubisi. Abraham ubuye eMpumalanga nibuye eMpumalanga. So iboxer leli lapha uTolani butterfly ngithi now bheka wena le fight nje how you read it izoba kanjani le fight.
First of all, Francisco, let me say my greetings to all the house and thanks to the legends that are here. Thumbs up, I respect them. The fight between Ukolani and Uprince, the first fight. For me, I was not happy with the results. I thought Ukolani won the fight. But firstly, let me speak about this belt that brought us here.
I always say boxers of today, they need to know who owns the belt before they come and fight for it. Then they will know the importance of this belt. This belt was owned by Charles the Kid Pavillion Beckman, Aaron Gabi. Those are the legends of boxing. This belt was owned by our own boxer, Lawrence Bumeni, for 7 years. So it belongs to Mpumalanga. Lawrence defended 8 times. So when this boy came to my gym as an amateur, I spoke to Lawrence and I said, this boy is going to fight as a junior welter and he will bring the glory of the Mpumalanga back. Because this belt was the glory of Mpumalanga. When boxing was spoken in Mpumalanga, all the supporters came to boxing because of that belt. Lawrence was the legend of that province with this belt. You know him, Prasipo, when you were still a judge in boxing. You were a judge when Lawrence was owning this belt. So now this boy is got a heavy task to bring back the belt that belongs to the province. I have trained this boy for 9 years from amateur. It took me 9 years to do everything in power to make sure that I push this boy to come and fight for this belt. I respect a charity called the lady, the trainer of Prince Romo. I know how trainers work when the boxer is preparing for the fight. I know he did work very hard. He's my friend. We used to help our boxers and his boxers together in the ring. We know all the strategies. He knows my strategy. I know his strategy. So I will say the fight tomorrow is going to be won from the corner. Prince, I respect you. It's not easy to become a champion, especially for this belt. Yeah, I respect you for that. That means you are disciplined. You can't only become the champion. That's the reason I said to him, if you have to beat Prince, you have to be more disciplined than he is doing. So I'm glad that he came here. You check his weight when he comes here. He was strictly on the limit. If he came here and he couldn't make a weight, I was going to tell you, you'll beat him tomorrow. Because I know a boxer, as a former boxer myself, we check the boxer from there. Then we know how prepared it is. If a boxer is prepared, you'll do nothing. If a boxer starts losing the oomph of boxing, you'll see him there. I was there, I know. If I start not making a weight, by that time I was saying bye-bye to boxing. After my 32 fighting professional, I start failing to make a weight. That's when I started to say bye-bye. So thank you, Brasico. Thank you, Prince, for taking our fight. Thank you, Charity. Me and you, we spoke about this fight in this London. I asked you to say, I want my boy to fight your boy. And you said, bring him on. So I told this boy to go and watch Prince because I was in Nelspruit. I said, go and watch Prince. I've got these guys that you will fight him next. And this is happening. Thanks to God. And Mr. Malina, Starline, I like you. You did our dreams come true.
Yo, hi. Live exactly what's up. Thank you, Boxing Time TV, Upila Ngwani, Ubegu TV, Mohom Disake, Khaiti Yamotswana, non to me some keys and sport butterfly. Thank you very much. And you're watching Boxing Times TV, and of course, Starline Boxing Promotions page. We are live, and this is the official weigh-in and media conference. And we go to their opponent. Please, SA Junior welterweight title. Where the ladies, they gone? How does that happen? I can't tell you to me. No, I'm actually keeping in SAS. Yo, it's you also. Yo, so for about replacement. SA Junior welterweight title fight. We go now to the defending champion. Defending this title now. Who defender for the third time now? Okay, third time. So tomorrow he's making his third defense. Now let's look at his record. Please go. 27 contested fights, 15 wins. 5 of those wins by knockout. 11 losses, 1 draw. And he is the current defending South African Junior Welterweight Champion. Please go. Was really, just listening. You were listening. And you call yourself the demon. Sasa, Greyville Race Course, Sinai Pavillion today, right? You're sitting with the legends. If you saw him dancing in the years, should inspire you. If you saw the shoulder roll, it should inspire you. If you saw uppercut, should inspire you. If you saw championship, yeah, brutal talent champ, should inspire you. Okay, Sasa, tomorrow, when you get into the ring, what will be your form of mind? Because you fought with him before, you faced him before. So tomorrow you're facing him as a champion. He's the challenger. What is going to happen at Greyville Race Course on SABC Sport? Sasa.
Sendume ngokufundisa abantu line kodwa manje sengithi ngimnandi yaphila. Ngasho ukuthi yokuqala ngibonga nonke ngibonga iStarline boxing promotion ukuthi senze le fight ukuthi yenzeke. Ngizolwa noMgidi ngibonga noMgidi ukuthi avuma ukuthi azolwa nami futhi. Ebazi ukuthi kade ngafundisa uline yeStandard. Ngeke ngishintshe nami uhlelo ngeke ngishone impumalanga. Sengiqedile ngeStandard. Kodwa manje ngibonga ukuthi uMgidi uvume ukuthi azolwa nami. Ngibe ngiyingozi kanje idimoni ke the first time we see one yes, so kulo angazi-ke lokho ukuthi uma ukuphindisele ngampela sesizobona ngayo ukuphindisela ngani kodwa mina ngiyakusho ngathi ngasho ukuthi hayi ngizojabulisa abantu basekhaya ngoba ikhaya lonke isekhaya lana ngenze ngiphoqe ekhaya kodwa-ke ngizojabulisa noMgidi ukuthi amarawundi athi nje ukuthi u-edela kancane uma ngabe kuleka hayi asazi kodwa-ke ngasho nje ngathi hayi ngiyabonga ukuthi ayithathe ifayithi ukuthi khona abantu engeke ngisababiza ngamagama ngokulangisaba angeke ngisakhuluma ngokuningi-ke abantu engangazi into kanjalo ngizothelwa warathi mfonelo ngiyeke kodongeni ngikhohlwe nangalokho sengidlulile lapho into kanjalo manje sengifuna manje ukushaya ingoma emnandi eMpumalanga ngikhombisa abaseMpumalanga benzela ungamnandi kodwa uMpumalanga ngicela ngikhombisa ibhokisini lami kodwa-ke manje I will say thank you so much for uthatha ifayithi khombisa ngiyahlonipha ngalokho ukuthi ukwazi ukuthatha ifayithi idimoni njengoba lisatshwa kanje kodwa wena ukwazi ukuthatha ifayithi ngaphezu kwantomini njengoba untomini yabo wena ngiyahlonipha kakhulu ngasho ukuthi ngiyabonga bonke ama-agent njengoba ekhona lana uma ngabe khona-ke hayi ngoba ibona vele abaqali besibhakela kunathi esibukela kubo so manje nathi kufanele sibajabulise ngendlela esibajabulisa ngayo ngiyabonga kakhulu ungamangali-ke egoli nkulumo indishi la isekhanda isizulu ngiyabonga kakhulu.
We got a fight tomorrow. I get me what's up. Rose, get me what's up. Get me you.
Yeah, we're gonna see a good fight. Both athletes, they show a lot of confidence. And let the best win.
Let the best man win. And in the female bout, let the best.
Well, those are ladies, and I'm sure that they'll show us very fine. You heard from what they said, and they are more sure of themselves. And ladies, will be watching.
We will be watching indeed. That's the legend, the Rose of Soweto, Dingan Tobera. And we got your trainer, confident, you're very confident, the demon. And I'm sure you're going to show us a fight tomorrow. Your opponent comes to fight. He's the challenger, you're the champion. Okay, that's the main event tomorrow. It's a headline event. And of course, the trainer yake, Charity Mukondeleni. Charity Mukondeleni, trainer Yaga Prince Dom. You heard what he said, Francois? You heard what Promo said? Eh?
Something in that bullets and guns book.
Francois, you must learn the Zulu language. Francois, now we are disappointed. You're disappointing me now. By this time, you should be talking Zulu fluent.
Le habla español un poquito.
He's a legend, Francois, White Buffalo Water. Charity, what a fight tomorrow. Put together by Starline Boxing Promotions. They don't disappoint. Okay, Mike Dube, our provincial manager, will be there tomorrow. The acting CEO and BSA will be there tomorrow. Our legends will be there tomorrow. Now, SABC Sports will be there. Okay, so I know you always go on social media and you send in the links. I know you. Don't say anything. Now, what have you got to say? I mean, you had your opponent, you had his trainer, Abraham Lubisi and the butterfly Tolani Kit. And your boxer has spoken as well, Prince Dom, who's the defending champion tomorrow against the challenger. Now, you as a trainer, what are the preparations? What are the preparations going through this fight? And what can we expect from your boxer tomorrow?
Let me just say thank you to everyone. The fight which is happening tomorrow between Chris and Giti. Not an easy fight. You can't take it any time. It's a very technical fight. It's a technical fight because me and Abraham know each other, but I'm better than him, you know. We're gonna beat Giti. Chris will remain the AC champion. You will remain the AC champion. We are we're gonna strategy which one use it tomorrow. It's gonna work for us. To start with, my brother, Tolani, Memza, thank you. For coming and fight it for the first time. He has never fought in Gate. And they won this opportunity. He said, Coach, I want to go and fight it. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. We just want to continue with our people. That's what we did. So we just want to carry on with what we started for the past 2 years. We've been doing the same thing and we've been winning. This is not a big challenge. It's not going to be easy, but it's not a big challenge. It's an easy fight we have. It's not going to be easy, but it's not a big challenge. We are winning tomorrow. Okay, I just want to say thank you to everyone here. I want to thank everyone who's here. Thank you, guys.
That is Charity Mukondeleni. And ladies and gentlemen, you all have been our VIPs, our special guests, sponsors, media, and our acting CEO. And of course, this brings us to the conclusion. However, we know that you have questions. If there are questions for the panel here, please raise your hand. We'll take about 4 or 5 questions, and then they can respond to whoever you want to, your question to be answered. You can say, just specify, please, acting CEO, clarify this or whatever. So if you've got questions, Mike, are there any questions? Mrs. Sandra, media, please, not trainer. All right, what we can do, okay, Monu Zakele has got a hand up, but after Zakele, we will do one-on-ones. Okay, I've been just reliably informed by the acting CEO, which let's do one-on-ones. But let's have your question because you've already raised your hand. So,
Mr. CEO, question I'm taking when SABC, we are very excited to move, but mhlawumbe kungenzeka ukuthi ama-fight angayi-open view kuphela nakulo SABC bonke abantu abanawo futhi ama-fight available.
Yeah, I think MF5's analysis was one. The MOU is a ring and now just so we want SABC 2. That's what we're doing. When you tune into SABC 2, you will see something. That's what we're talking about. Second.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Kaba, and thank you, Mr. Acting CEO, for responding to the question. Well, what we are going to do now, we will have one-on-ones. If you want to ask questions, Pastor Makona, they can ask, right there next to the banner there, BSA. But right now, basically, we promoter Za Kobozi Madinga, just to make announcements about what is happening tomorrow, and then that brings us to the conclusion of this official weigh-in and media conference. Over to you, sir.
First and foremost, I just want to thank you. Thank you so much for supporting KZN. Thank you so much for being so humble to take on the job. And also with your huge following, but the humility that you have, and for assisting us, actually, Brasipo, we owe you as KZN for taking KZN to the boxing fraternity in South Africa. So now it's boxing, professional boxing, because of you. Thank you so much. And the proceedings for tomorrow, okay, from here, Brasipo, we will just go down with the bells. And we will just do a walkabout. I believe in center management. It was Kombisa where we can go. Just, I got questions about why the pavilion, why did I choose the pavilion? It's unfortunate that Yami does not show the transformation that is here. And I want my bill to have our rainbow nation to showcase we are boxing is for everybody who's in it. And so unfortunately I had bouts that I had to pull out, but colorful. And that is where we are heading to as Starline. We will bring color. We've got Indian boxers from Chatsworth. We've got a guy, Mike, who recently turned professional, was so good, Indian chef. So we've got Abo Brendan, we've got so many diverse, just to showcase how diverse we are. And that, for me, is why I chose the pavilion, because it's not a center that you only find Abantu Abamnyama pairs. Pavilion, you get everybody from all walks of life. And so that is why I said, I will not go to Mega City. Mega City fits to Umlazi. And so, if we are saying we are taking boxing to the people, let's go to the pavilion. Let's go to the people of South Africa, all colors. So, Brasipo, from here, let's just do 15 minutes, guys, of just that walkabout. I think some here were exhausted or tired. We want to go to our rooms to relax. And we just go there. And tomorrow, Sizokala, because the SABC will broadcast at 2. Tina and boxers will have to be there at 12. Just to be comfortable. We will arrange the transport, Sizokuluma Ekropini, but that is where we are going to. Okunye okubalekile is to tell our fans ukuthi utshwala bungeni Greyville. They're very strict. They preserve that sikhumbule ukuthi Greyville hosta July handicap. So it's that venue. Ngicela sihloniphe lokho, and can we keep our surroundings clean if we can. Just keep our surroundings clean. Uma sesibekile sithathe sifake emgqomeni. And I think that is all from me. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, and thank you so much. Thank you to the boxers. Guys, this was just a vision and a dream, but you brought it to life. Thanks to the VIPs. Dream. Hey, dream about it. Dream big. If you can take anything from this and from me, dream big. Dream big. uNkulunkulu uyayenza into yakhe. Just dream. Uyenze. And so thank you so much. CEO, thank you for being the wind beneath my wings with a push, tough, but good for boxing. Thank you so much. Thanks, President.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, our guests, everyone. We've said before, we can't thank you enough. But Siyabonga, we'll see you tomorrow, and we look forward to having more people coming and join us at Greyville Racecourse. And thank you to our hosts and Pavillion and KZN. Siyabonga. Have a safe trip home, and we'll see you tomorrow at Greyville. Goodbye. Legends, please come to the front. Legend, Sugar Boy, Didan, Starline, Maninga.
Sai do chassi,
If you come and you champion, when you see boxers, keep comparing the future will be.
The future is very bright. It's not just feel like see to the world,
Normally, my friends will tell me, what do you wear inside? That's why I give you
Sharp with that. Okay.
Like Babalo,
you again. What's your anticipated
Well, I'm certainly happy and nice with the historic conventions. I mean, maybe we as a lot of conventions are trying to aspire to get the boxing alliance so we're going to support them every weekend.
What do you want to see?
Well, it's awesome to know that it's been a great press conference.
South African what can you say to this upcoming young person?
It's a very, very hard sport, boxing. It's not easy. There's a lot of rewards. So just look forward to a few of us.
You want to contribute to young boxers as a legend?
Oh, it's one couple of boxing in the chase my dreams.
The importance of involvement as a legend in our boxing. What role do you want to play? And how important it is for you?
What I say is we want to boxing promotions. We want to create champions. We want to give it to giving opportunities. So, very hard to make boxing.
Rudy. Rudy, thanks for time. What are you expecting tomorrow? So what do you think? I remember when I
They must keep it alive. Make an opportunity for them, let's say, this is here, and they know so they want to see yourself. You head from what you see dancing. So they need to show